Good evening, yeah. Welcome to another lovely night of Pathfinder 2nd Edition Lands of the Lost. Last time you saw us, we had a one-shot with a new player, which was super fun, and I hope that you all enjoyed that as much as we did. And we're looking forward to having Ginger join us again 2 weeks from now. So stay tuned for all of that. We're going to start a whole new little thing that I'm not going to tell you about just yet. You'll have to stay tuned to learn. You got to fuck around and find out.
That's all we're going to tell you. If you don't know, then you don't know.
Yeah.
Culprit.
Cute.
But everyone already plays furries. That's no clue. Fucking dead.
Naya! So today we are getting back into the thick of it. I'm of course going to let the DM tell you where we are and what we're doing and all that kind of stuff. My dog is so cute. She's just laying over there sweeping. She's so cute. I took her to the groomers today, so she's all like nice and floofy and like not shedding as bad. Because they did a de-shed for her, so she was like, I got a lot of hair, like 2 pounds of hair.
I bet she feels so much cooler now.
Probably. But, yeah, you all know me as Molly Mayhem. You know where to find me on all the socials is Molly Mayhem or Molly D Mayhem. If you didn't know that I have a TikTok, I'm just going to remind you, I do have a TikTok, and I'm not very good at it, but I would really appreciate if you went and gave me some love on the TikTok, because it's hard out here for a pimp. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think your TikToks are good. I think they're really cute. I like them.
I also like my TikToks, but, you know, not everybody does.
I think they're cute.
One of the ones that I thought was going to do really well fucking bombed. It's like the worst video on my feed, and it makes me really upset, because I thought it was going to do really well, and it did not. But that's okay. Oh well. But hey, go check it out. There's this one that it's me in a bunny suit, so I think it's really cute.
I watched that like 5 times in a row. That was so cute.
The one that's like, if you like smoking weed, let me hear you say hell yeah.
You're like, got you.
Got you. Alright, so we're gonna do our usual of going around the room, saying hi, hello, and telling you all the stuff. I am reminding you, I play Katrine, the half cat, half vampire, battle dancing swashbuckler. Although, you know, normally whenever you think of a swashbuckler, you think of a pirate, so, like, it is kind of weird for me to not be piratey, but then you think of the battle dancing part, and it totally works, because cats are very flexible, and vampires are also very elegant with their fighting style.
Has very, like, belly dancer vibes, too, type of energy, so...
Yeah, it works. Alright.
That's diamond.
Yeah, I'm here for it. And next up, Red.
Hello, I'm Red. You find me here, nowhere else. I play Caspian.
You don't get the privilege.
The Kitsune gunslinger. Yeah, happy to be back. Happy to be playing with the crew.
Hi, I am Cheeky Angel Modeling on Facebook, Cheeky Angel RE everywhere else that matters. I am playing the French chef Leshy Benoit. It is nice to be back in my able after such a long hiatus. But yeah, Benoit's, back to cooking. He's enjoying himself. He met all his friends and loved ones again and learned the truth, and now he's gonna go out as a brave new board back into the desert on an adventure. It does make me chuckle. We were talking to our roommates about Benoit, and they had no idea that he was a sentient pumpkin. Yeah. They all pictured a human, and then when we told them that, they're like, oh my god, that changes everything about this character. Sentient pumpkin, a kitchen knife and a wooden spoon as a weapon. I do love it.
So good.
You know what I can't believe I haven't done this Benoit yet? Put her bomb in the spoon and used it like a chuck-it. Have a bomb thrower. But the wooden wooden spoon is so much cooler.
You flavor it as wooden spoon.
Maybe I will. Several wooden spoons. A set of wooden spoons for many, many things.
But with that,
and then who are you?
I'm MJ. I'm Mommy. I am the DM, GM, writer, character actor, and complete absolute amateur.
And where would people find you?
My social medias are Miss_Matilda_T everywhere. I don't ever post. Deal with it. But, you can see old posts.
You can see the post I tag her in.
That's very much. I homebrew this whole world. I write it all. And if I don't have time to write, I think about it in the car.
Oh, yes.
We are back in this campaign, Lands of the Lost. We've been doing this for about a year now, right?
Yeah.
A little over.
A little over a year. A little over a year.
We just wrapped up like the big kind of story arc with everyone. And so now we're kind of, figuring out what everyone's doing next in their time. I do know that some curses are wanting to be broken. But is there anything else anyone has to say, announce, ask, do before we start here?
I will say that we will unfortunately not be here next week. And
Some bitch has a birthday.
yeah, that is very important. So that bitch needs to celebrate the birthday because she a badass bitch.
I do want to say, small, teeny tiny side tangent. For my actual day of my birthday, what I am doing is Matilda's making me a bunch of food out of the Genshin Impact cookbook and a cake, and we're just co-oping on Genshin Impact all night. It's gonna be really cute.
Yes.
And really fun, and I'm excited.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing next Thursday.
Yep. Catch me on Genshin Impact.
And because of that, knowing that we were not going to be able to play next week, I told my job I could work, so they scheduled me to work. So I will not be streaming at all next Thursday. But the following Thursday, we will have a super fun session to have with you all. So let's get into it. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. Is some music going? And hello, everyone. Welcome back to our little world, the little corner that we are all in. Our characters right now are all enjoying some downtime after a long journey. You all have survived an apocalyptic desert wasteland, stopped a doomsday cult from trying to start a new apocalypse, made a deal with a local gang known as the Crimson Lassos, discovered ancient ruins of a lost civilization, made some deals with a demon, getting curses as collateral for them. You have found your old village members from a different plane of existence on this world, and you have also stopped your previous village chief from tearing open a portal through space and time out to the abyssal plane. You've all done a lot.
We have. It's been a busy time.
It has been busy. You have traveled. So now you have all been spending some time resting and relaxing in the new village that your community is set up, known as Eden Village now. It's been about like 4 to 5 weeks or so since everything has kind of happened. Has there been anything in particular that any of your characters have been up to within that time frame?
Probably just like doing that. Probably trying to do a lot of cooking, and then the curse becoming more apparent because I'm trying to do a lot of cooking, and that kind of my role as like head chef, but with curse-related things attached to it, almost assuredly.
For you particularly, Benoit, you have noticed that your curse has been getting more consistent. It has been getting worse as time has been passing. Statistically, for your curse now, any cooked items, whether it is your attacks, healing vials, anything of that sort, is it has a -1 to any of their stats, whether it's healing, damage, buffs for your allies. It'll reduce it by 1 to a minimum of 1. So it'll never turn a number to 0, but it will be debuffing. However, as time has gone on, Benoit, you have noticed that whenever you do something particularly self-serving, possibly at the detriment of another, you have found this new, whether it is a secret or something you've been public about, just a pleasure of being a little bad, and some kind of big serotonin fires off. If you ever do something self-serving, the detriment of another, it has a +1 bonus to it.
I probably try to keep that a secret. Good to know.
A bunch of bad thoughts Benoit is quietly having to himself.
I'm writing +1 to being a bitch.
I love that. But yeah, that has kind of been going on over the past few weeks. It's something you've been noticing quietly to yourself. Anyone else? Have you been up to anything particular? Or you just been resting?
Caspian's been probably like fighting off some depression, like feeling hot all the time, like probably like going to like the watering hole or whatever to like try to like cool off and stuff, and like having that like not work, and you know, like noticing that things with Katrine are off and strange in some way that he can't fix. So he's just like, I don't know, I'm just hot and sad and I'm gonna clean my guns.
That is the most Hal from Hal's Moving Castle energy. I'm just hot and sad. Sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find no point in living if I can't be beautiful. Caspian, you have also noticed that your curse has been getting a bit worse. Sleeping is difficult, and a lot of the times you wake up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat, needing to like change out your bed sheets. You cannot get a consistent night's rest at this point. You are permanently fatigued for the time being, which is a -1 to your AC and a -1 to saving throws. And if you're ever traveling, you're also taking a penalty to any actions you do while you are actively traveling. However, you have noticed that whenever you come in contact with cold, doesn't matter how intense it may be, it is always a relief. You now have a resistance to cold damage, because despite how harmful it may be intended, it is always some level of relief from this curse. So, cold damage, just reduce damage to you.
Okay.
But yeah, just finding shady spots to chill in anytime you can.
Boy.
Katrine, anything you've been up to, or just doing your thing?
Probably mostly just doing her own thing. Probably like roll back to Katrine like day 1, practicing her moves with her weapon, like how she used to spar with Caspian sometimes. Like that's kind of where she's at right now, is she's just like in her own head, and yeah, just basically that.
As you've kind of been like practicing your formations and everything, initially earlier on, Caspian would stroll by like he used to and try his little like kind of playful, flirting, nagging type of energy with you. And you have noticed over time that you seem to get angrier and hit harder anytime he strolls around. For your curse, if you are ever within eyesight of Caspian, you can spend an action to use a barbarian rage. You do 2 extra damage with your hits, but your AC goes down by 1.
Okay, so within how many feet?
Just within eyesight. If you
Okay.
can see him, you can
Within
do it.
eyesight of Caspian, I get Barbarian Rage.
Yep. On top of that, anytime you try and do something nice, because you do understand this is not normal feelings, you just always find yourself getting in your own way when trying to do a nice gesture towards Caspian. Anytime you do something for Caspian, you're taking a -2 penalty.
Damn.
Okay. And what is the Barbarian Rage again?
+2 to damage,
Okay.
-1 to AC. And it's an action to activate.
Okay. Perfect. And then, damn, -2 when nice to Caspian. That sucks.
But as these weeks go by, there's little bits of melodrama in the village. There's little moments of you all interacting with each other and spending time together. You still all are living your lives, just with some big inconveniences at the moment. But at this point, a new day rises over Eden Village. The canopy of trees is keeping the worst of the desert heat out from the small shacks and buildings in this little area and the social spaces. That is all for but one. Caspian, as you are just kind of like trying to get some rest off in a shady hut, half asleep, half awake, can you please roll me a perception check?
Oh, okay. 26.
How much?
26.
26.
Got a 19 on the die.
Damn.
As you are laying there, you notice a figure kind of crouched and like prowling into the hut in a stalking animalistic way, as you see the bright feathers of JD sticking up from behind whatever they're trying to hide behind. As they have gotten a little bit older, your little dino, your little raptor JD, has gotten into this habit of stalking you like prey, pouncing on you, and then nibbling you in a playful manner.
Yeah.
Do you wish to acknowledge this, or do you wish to just stay still?
I will stay still.
Land.
JD kind of like shifts and creeps over. You see the little top of their head feathers kind of move about, and then you just hear the little like kicking of some feet, and then just jumping on top of you. This now larger velociraptor. It is about the size of a medium dog. JD has gotten much bigger. He has hit a growth spurt. His little baby blue feathers have kind of shed away, and he has a new coat of just this like deeper kind of violet purple with red accent tones of feathers growing in on him, as he is just nibbling on your hair and on top of your head and just licking the side of your face at this moment this morning.
Right.
JD is now an animal.
He's an animal companion.
Yeah.
Which to spend an action to give JD a little command, he will gain 2 actions and can do whatever you ask of him. If you want him to try and track, if you want him to attack, if you want him to distract, he is a part of your crew now. He has
Nice,
gotten
nice.
older.
He got older. He's a good dinosaur.
Yeah.
He's a good baby.
Uh-huh.
I'm just snuzzling him, and I probably told him I saw you coming though. Whatever.
As you say that, he just bites on your ear, kind of tussles it and then ruffles all of his feathers and then kind of like hops down and goes like kind of running around the room and hopping on the bed for a little bit.
Get some zoomies.
He's got the zoomies.
Now, you have the morning to yourself. However, you do know that a special little surprise is planned for Benoit today. Unknown to him. Do you wish to do anything this morning, or do you just stay cuddling in?
I'll probably like go try to like pop around the village and find like put together like a little like bouquet of herbs and like edible flowers for Benoit.
Ooh, I love that. Roll me a little nature check, if you will, or survival, whichever one you wish.
That's very cute. It's a very sweet one.
16 for nature.
Okay, yeah. You do find it is a lush forest that you are in, this little oasis in the middle of this wasteland. So you find plenty of different sort of greenery and herbs that are all of an edible variety. You've kind of been learning this scavenging stuff, like to a degree, being here and blah. So you get a lovely looking bouquet for Benoit. As you are wandering the edges of the village, picking your little plants, we kind of shift deeper into the trees. As Katrine, you are just at the moment, what are you doing this morning?
Maybe sunbathing.
Just laid out in this little open space where the trees part and the bright sun shines down. Just kind of that like on your side, sprawled out vibes. I love it. Getting some sun.
Belly up.
You there just enjoying it. Notice like some little woodland critters that are kind of scampering about in the trees nearby you. I do have a question. A while back, you received a magical weapon that can turn you into like an animal, a full animal form of yourself.
Yeah.
Have you kept that around, or have you kind of just like gotten rid of it at this point?
I would assume I have it, but I don't remember having that.
Oh, yeah. I gotta remember what the name of it is, but it is like a short sword that if you spend an action with it, you can turn into a full panther.
Yeah, I remember that. It was in the mall.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. But I didn't write it down on my sheet anywhere. Because I'm dumb.
Ah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up later, but you do have that, and I just kind of like wanted to remind you of that's existence.
Then I'd probably be in full cat mode.
Hell yeah. Cat on your back, chilling.
You know, where they're like kind of on your side, but like your belly and the bottom half of you is just up with your legs in the air. You know, I know you know what I'm talking about. The cats do it. The dogs do it.
All the time. 100%.
But the top half is like on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my face is just like.
Being a wiggly butt.
As you are just chilling and relaxing there, you hear something moving and shifting in the trees in your direction. As you kind of just like open up an eye, hearing something approaching you. Are you still chilling, or are you getting a little lame?
Probably just like slowly roll my face over to see what the fuck is going on.
You see Kipo wandering out of the kind of tree line over towards you.
Nice.
Kipo's looking a little sturdier these days. Like, his roots have grown stronger. You can see that his spear is a lot more kind of reinforced, and his shield has gotten a bit, like, taller as he is kind of growing into himself, learning a little bit more about his nature and his way. Kipo has leveled up.
Yeah!
He is now a level 4 fighter.
Alright.
Kipo, I am also giving the mechanics of essentially an animal companion. You can spend an action, either in combat or out of combat, to basically make a request of Kipo, and he will go and fulfill that to the best of his abilities.
Okay.
He gains actions from it and everything. He has something that is a tool for you to utilize. Because I always forget he's there.
Jeez.
So if you all are also thinking about it, maybe we'll remember Kipo's there in like some fights and combats.
Fair.
Yeah.
But you see Kipo kind of wander out and like gives a little wave and smile to you, and just kind of like pokes down at you and is like,
she probably would roll over and get on all fours and do like a big stretch. And then kind of like go down into the little like wiggle with like the butt in the air and do a pounce on him. And then afterwards change back to her more human form.
I love it. You know what, just for fun, roll me an athletics check, if you will.
My safety Gucci 100.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you pounce like right on top of Kipo, and you just see a smile and like kind of this like silent laugh come across them as they give you like a little scritchy behind your ear.
Nice.
And then as you let them off, they kind of brush themselves off. You shape back as they kind of grab your hand and they're just like, come on, let's go. Like gesturing you to follow.
Okie dokie.
As you go wandering back towards the village, Benoit, you are getting up this morning. Anything in particular you're doing in your little hut first thing?
Oh, given I can't cook anymore, probably be kind of depressed. Give Benoit depression again.
I know, I'm sorry.
But no, he might go try make a cup of coffee for at least himself, and like kind of go out and sit on the patio and like chat with people. Like you just kind of be just like existing, not doing much.
As you are there on your little porch, drinking your coffee, see Pierce wandering up to you, and it's just like, "Hello, good morning, Benoit."
Good morning, Pierce. It is nice to see you. You are in good spirits, yes?
Oh, I am loved. It is good to see you. How are you?
Things have been better, but we'll get it figured out. We always do, yes?
Well, I think I have something to lift your spirits if you wish to come with me.
Oh, I'd be happy to hear it. Anything at this point.
You follow Pierce along. You're brought to the main hut in the village, and it's just like, okay, now close your eyes. No peeking. Hey, I said no peeking. As he leads you in, you uncover your eyes, and you see the majority of the village here. As they all go, surprise! It is a little surprise birthday party for Benoit. You
Precious.
see a little banner, happy, like, birthday, Benoit. You see at the front of it is, Reginald, the elderly goblin, head of the village, there with his cane, and a little cake beside him. As you see Caspian, Katrine, little JD at Caspian's side. It's a little celebration for ya.
Oh, all of you. I am blessed to have such good friends.
But that is not all, my friend. We all fished together. We got you a little something. As you see Kipo come up with a little kind of box, like a wrapped box in their hands.
Yeah. Oh, my friend. Oh, you all shouldn't have. You are too kind. You are too kind.
As you open up
I'm
this
scared.
box, you see this absolutely beautiful cast iron skillet in there. This cast iron frying pan has an ergonomic grip that as you pick it up, it shapes and molds itself to your hands, giving it a +1 enhancement. At the center of the pan lies a lesser flames rune, allowing the user to heat the pan to any desired cooking temperature without any fire.
Nice.
Perfect for any chef on the go. If this pan is to be used as a weapon, the stats are as follows. It is a simple weapon with a +1 to hit. It does 1d6 bludgeoning damage and 1d4 fire damage.
Nice.
If you happen to crit with this frying pan, it will ignite the creature and it will give it 1d6 persistent fire damage.
God damn.
Hell yeah, brother.
Right on.
Give me that later. I'll write down.
This is known as the chef's cooking pan. Tis a magical item. I have the description. I will just send it to you.
Oh, brilliant. Love that. Thank you. That's so sweet.
As you see just this beautifully crafted cast iron pan.
When Benoit first sees it, he has this look of so how I'm thinking of it is everyone knows Benoit can't cook anymore. Basically.
Mm-hmm.
They know that he's not telling everybody about becoming slowly a sociopath, that he's keeping pretty close to the chest.
Yeah.
But him though, on the other hand, not being able to cook, I mean, there's no way everyone wouldn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that's why I'm at first he'd look really troubled, when you get a gift that is kind of painful to you and you're trying not to show it. But I think he would get genuinely excited when they shared everything else with him about it, because it's a cool gift. It's a great gift.
Theirs is just I hope that this will maybe help bring you out of your slump you've been having. I know it's been a touchy subject, but we thought we'd all pitch together and get something peaceful.
Benoit starts to tear up a little bit. It's just I think the food of the soul, that is good for us. Thank you so much. Your faith in me, I hope I will not waste it.
Pierce just reaches over and gives you a very delicate hug since he is a cactus.
Well, I mean, I'm a pumpkin, so I pull him in for a big bear hug. It's okay, I can take 2 points of damage for bear hugging Pierce.
3 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And I have it written on a sticky note now, I think. It's eraser.
You just pull him in, you feel the little prickling of his thorns as he also just you can feel him tense and then relax, being oh, this is nice, getting a real hug.
Yeah.
You two have your little hug, everyone starts to kind of clap and cheer, and you see Reginald just, now everyone, let's celebrate! And kind of holds out a little cake with candles for you to blow out.
Just blows out the candles. He's still tearing up. He's real emotional. He feels very loved. He's feeling very just happy with everybody and feeling a lot better, because he definitely has been mad mopey and being questioning his purpose in life. So everyone's still having faith in him. It means a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amanda's kind of been there before. It's an emotion I understand very well.
At one point during the celebration, Kipo comes up to you trying to not cry and just gives you the biggest bear hug ever.
Aww. I definitely would give a big bear hug and ruffle his leaf head. Be my boy, you have grown so much. I am proud of you. Next time the cake is going to be yours.
Oh,
We're
there's
gonna have a celebration for you.
Jogo.
Oh,
Yago,
would
yeah.
you like to meet Brutus?
Do you all want to meet Brutus?
Brutus, come here. Come here.
Hi,
Come
Bobby.
up on the lap. You know you want to.
Hello.
This is Brutus.
Hi, Brutus.
Big boy. Big chunk of the
Brutus, look here. Look at the camera. He's not.
He's no, I'm looking the opposite direction.
I'm looking at the whole
Oh,
mess.
he's so cute.
Aww.
Brutus. He's such a lovely baby. He loves love. More than anything.
That's so cute.
Don't you? He's a good pupper.
Thank you. Thank you for pushing. You're very sweet.
Okay, Brutus, it's time for you
This
to
is the
clear out,
Brutus.
bud.
Your 5 minutes of fame have ended now.
You gotta go. You're literally standing on my crotch.
That's where I live. As close to you as physically possible. Come here. Okay, you can sit on my lap. Alright, Brutus. You're the cake. You're the cake, Brutus.
Oh, hi,
No,
buddy.
that was
Hi,
my invitation. Oh, yeah, no, he would just join with you physically if it was possible. 'Cause he just loves snuggling.
He does. When we had him in his little office chair in here, Brutus would just hop up on it and just like literally snuggle on your lap. It was
Aw.
so cute. Anyways,
Reach out.
very adorable distractions aside. You all kind of have like a little celebration day, like very low-key, chill vibes, you know, people are just kind of like drinking, chatting, having some hors d'oeuvres and type of stuff.
I get my fantastic bouquet
Yep.
of herbs.
Yeah.
And I later use.
100% get those to Benoit. But as you are all kind of celebrating, Caspian, you off in whatever space you're in, whether you're socializing or not, I don't know, I'll leave that up to you if you're...
I think Caspian is probably around, but probably like a little off to the side.
in your little corner with your cup.
Broody a little.
What? And you're being a little sad boy. You hear a little voice kind of like with the other people, just like, out of my way. Excuse me, sweetheart. Come on, move it or lose it. As you see the little pixie of whimsy. Half grasshopper thorax, half humanoid little body, very wrinkly, saggy face, cigarette always in hand. Just flying kind of through everyone, just like, come on, shift over, come on.
Yes.
Flies up to you and is just, hey babe, how you doing?
Oh, you know, I'm fine.
Just see her with a little, like, teeny fairy-sized flask of vodka and is just like sipping it as well. Yeah, I feel you. You know, these little parties with all the socializing and everything. I got over that like, 40 years ago. But anyway,
Caspian probably pulls out his own flask and like cheerses her and doesn't really realize how hard he kind of like smacks the shoe kind of like
just spinning off for a second. You gotta steer stabilize and just. Whoa, jeez. Anyhow, just to be fucking miserable, am I right? Cheers. So, babe, get this, all right? I took a little jaunt off into the Feywild, did some researching, did a little bit of studying so I can, help you with the, kind of leans in, your little problem you got going on here. And I think I got some good answers here. Got something, little lead for you. So, whenever you and your buddies got a moment, I think I can help you out here. Okay?
Yeah, right on. Thank you, MC.
Jeez. Get some water or something. You look like you're dying over here, sweetheart. Yeah.
I am dying. We're all dying, Whimsy. The only way of being.
Ain't that the truth? I should have died 10 years ago. But here I am.
Here we are. Glad you're still around, buddy.
Oh, we had a little
Cat spat.
scrap with a kitty cat and a doggo.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't too bad. Party chasing him away, probably from his food or something like that. I know you're whining now, but yeah,
That is what you get.
get too close to the cat, you go get snack.
Right.
But as Lindsay takes another massive drag off of her cigarette. She pats your nose and she's just like, anyway, cheer up, bucko. I'll see you when you get everyone else around.
And it is just and feels very touched that she pats him on the nose.
But yeah. I will say, unless there's anything specifically you want to do, any of you, y'all kind of just like party away for a little while. After things kind of settle down, Caspian finds an opportunity to let you know that Whimsy's got some news for y'all.
Probably like as the party is winding down, like, you know, our little group is pretty tight knit, so like I feel like we're kind of like the last ones around. People have like pretty much retired or whatever. And like Caspian's been like chain smoking, just like wait everyone over. Like, come on.
Like if we are around a campfire, I do have a thought for what Benoit could be doing.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Paint me a scene. Paint me a word picture.
So he has his new pot, right? And he's holding it. And that's when he's like, he puts like some of the herbs that Caspian gave him in there with some water. Just like make a tea for everybody. And it starts kind of like turning a little bit. As he's just like, I've noticed. My coffees in the morning, totally fine. Oatmeal, just fine. I can make myself 7 creme brulees all at once. And they turn out just fine. When I am experimenting in my kitchen, it turns out okay. But when I make, you know, food for other people, which is my passion in life, yeah? Pours it into 4 cups and hands it to you. You guys want to drink it? It's not great. It should be a really wonderful vegetable broth that has lots of depth and flavor and is like refreshing and delicious. And it's pretty much just like a bunch of leaves thrown in some water.
Tastes like onion water.
I sniff it, and it smells like not so great, and I'm just like, takes a little sip, and then does the cat thing of like, what?
See Whimsy there, just sips it. Yeah, I've had worse.
Thank you, Whimsy. We can always rely on you. For comedic mess. But yeah, he just kind of like very aggressively throws out the rest of the contents of the pot. Like, see what I mean? I don't know what this is. It has to be something. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Have any of you all been having the same issue on things you cannot explain for the life of you that just don't make any sense?
Yeah, I've had a fever for 4 months, like.
Yes, I see. I didn't quite know it was that bad, but you do seem to live in the shade like a spooky creature now.
Yeah, I'm just hot all the time. The only relief that I get is when I like physically touch ice.
When I shove ice up my butthole.
You know, just get a little ice cube suppository.
Yep.
It takes the pain away, only for a second.
Only for a second, but for those few moments, I feel relief.
You ever moved ice before? I'll tell you, you haven't lived until you've done it.
Like imagining Caspian like ice sculpting like butt plugs.
It's perfect. Just let me hook up to the 7-Eleven slushy machine.
Just for a minute. Yes.
Oh god, where's the handband when you need it? I'm fucking dying here.
Bruce locked
So,
yeah, you could use my own.
Obviously I get a little like ruffled, so I'm like, obviously I'm sorry, Benoit, like we're both going through this or having this issue, but I think that we picked up curses from that stupid man.
Well, we picked up curses from him yet?
I'll leave that up to y'all if you piece that together.
So I don't know if we piece it together.
think Caspian has figured it out because you've been talking about curses for a while now. I think Caspian knows. Sure, I'll leave it up to you if Benoit knows and if Katrine knows.
I'll just be like, well, you know, you have been talking about curses, and I didn't take you very seriously because curses, but at this point, I don't think there's any other logical explanation. What about you, Katrina? Is anything happening to you? Seem to be going on business as usual.
She literally just shrugs, like, yeah, whatever. Like, she's cranky. Just,
I mean, all of us would say tend to be more temperous than normal. So perhaps that is your curse. You are just permanently grouchy, little kitty.
Rawr.
And so Caspian will say, you know, like, oh, like, you know, I've been talking with Whimsy for a while about this, and we've been trying to do more research and figure some things out. So she said that she just got some information for us, so that's why she's here. And I kind of like turn it over to Whimsy.
Flying up inside of you all, you see her just take a drag of her cigarette. Oh, don't worry. Old Whimsy's got you all. Don't you worry about it. So, I'll tell you, it was a hell of a time figuring this out, but I think we're on to something. So, after a little bit of research, you know, I spent some time reading some books, asking around, seeing what the local goss is. You know how it is, right? Yeah. I think I've found a place for you all to go. Somewhere where you might be able to find something to get rid of this little demon curse you have lingering over it. Because I'll tell you, they might not be able to tell, but y'all stink the high heaven of demon man. It's terrible. I can hardly stand around you. But takes a long drag, blows this cloud of smoke into the air, and you see it begin to start to take shape. Where you're all looking to go here is the fangs of the ocean. And you see the smoke form into the depiction of a shoreline. And you see these two massive, pointed and curved fang-like spikes that are jutting out of the water. You see,
Okay, fuck yeah.
long ago, long before any of this old bullshit went on with, you know, whatever these lost cities were, before this sort of apocalypse, before we even crossed over to the astral plane, there once lived 3 gods that watched over this land. And you see the smoke shift and change shape, kind of depicting everything that she is narrating. What you see at this moment, 3 sort of winged serpent-like bodies, all forming in a circle, like face to tail, face to tail, face to tail, and kind of rotating, that used to watch over the land. God of the sky. This god brought knowledge, free will, creativity, art to the people of this world. And you had the god of the land. This one brought ingenuity, tools. What's the word? It's lost on me.
Agriculture.
Agriculture. Thank you. Thank you, Scott, your peach. Brought it to the people of the land, allowing them to make their own sort of, you know, civilizations, make their own fates, their destinies. But then you had the god of the seas, and you see kind of a shaping of this winged serpent creature peering up from an ocean shoreline, and the waters spilling across the land. And this one brought the waters of that allowed food to grow, people to live, to thrive, to prosper. It helped cure the sick. This god was the miracle. This one would take them when they were at the lowest and bring them prosperity. But however, gods are petty bitches. I'll tell ya, they're really petty bitches. So, the gods in the sky and in the heavenly planes got jealous of these three. Because all of the people on the earth worshipped them instead of the other ones. So they sent down weapons, tools, guardians out for any humans that disagreed with these three gods of the world, that they had an opportunity to take them out. And you see three massive figure behemoth creatures, one winged, one four-legged one on the ground, and one ocean-dwelling, almost like, think, I forget what it's called, the dogfish from Pinocchio. Think that type of shape and energy, and one for the sea. They eventually killed these gods of the worlds, all of them leaving their bodies, placed somewhere on the planets. Yours, that you're looking for, the god of the ocean. As they say that the waters of life that came from him still are somewhere out there, hidden beneath the seas. It's your first starting point. And you see that shape come up again. Is the fangs of the ocean. That's all old Whimsy's got for you now. That's what I could do. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, this is quite a bit whimsy. Thank you.
Yeah, Whimsy's a hard ass. I'm real glad that we're friends. Thanks,
You know, I like you all got cute faces. I like to keep you around. Despite how much you stink of demon magic, seriously, get this fixed.
I did find something. Wild tobacco. Awesome. I've been saving it for a special occasion, but I think maybe it is best I do not do anything with it besides give it to you up until I return.
Did you grow it or did you just pick it?
I just picked it.
Okay.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Smokes it. Tastes like Newports. Dead. But yeah. She kind of looks at you and is like, well, I appreciate it. You all figure out what you're doing after this. I've done my work, so good luck. Oh, sorry. Let me, little Whimsy kind of points you in the right direction. From anything I could find, history-wise on this sort of plane, it looks like it's seen in, hold on, I have a map I could pull up.
Yay! It's seen in that way.
Molly, do you want to pull up roll 20?
Absolutely.
Where? There. Where?
Dun 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 dun.
If you want to zoom out, so you all are like up in this direction, kind of past the map border. It's like, so we're up over sitting here. Best I could find is the records of where this was at least reported being in this world is down off this way.
Not even on the map on either side. Ruthless.
Listen, it's the only map I had, okay? Like,
Oh,
the world's bigger than this one map. I don't know what to tell you, alright?
Damn.
But down kind of in this region. And it's kind of hard to see because it's flashing behind the little portraits.
Yeah.
On your end, Molly.
Yeah.
Here, let me just do a little beep beep beep. Whoa. Around this area.
Alright. Gotta go back through Serenity. Actually, we have to go back through our entire journey.
No, well, I suppose. After all of that, huh?
It's said to have been on the shoreline of a city Ancient city, long, long ago. Just across
The city of Atlantis.
I was thinking LA.
Only records I could find of it was a city at one point called Lovas.
Very good. Or bust.
All right.
Or bust.
Yeah.
But that's all I can do for y'all. Rest is up to you. I'm gonna go get drunk. He starts to just kind of fly off.
Right on, Whimsy.
You want to take a quick smoke break? About that. I thought it was
About
a good
that timing.
takeaway.
That's fair.
Up to you. You're gonna be like,
How we feeling, Molly?
Oh, I could pee.
Okay, cool. You all have your quest ahead of you. You're all going to probably want to take some time to prep, pack, get what you need for it and everything. So while you all kind of like make those plans and preparations, we'll take a smoke pee break here.
excellent.
Sounds great.
Go on a minute.
As you can set off for the fangs of the ocean.
Woohoo! Alright, we're gonna take about a 10-minute break and we will see you all back here shortly. Okie dokie.
It was just such a good segue.
Beep boop. Thank you all for sticking around while we took a brief little break. We're just about ready to get back into it and see what happens next. Looks like we have a long motherfucking journey ahead of us. Like, oh shit. I don't know if I can ping on this map. Can I? Ping. There we go. Okay, so we're way over here, right? Where that little ping is on our map. And where we're trying to go is like way down here. Which it's not letting me ping. It doesn't matter. Regardless. Even farther south than that is where we're going. We have a long, treacherous journey ahead of us.
Quite an adventure, some might say. My armrest fell off of my chair.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Real well. Dang. Well, only one part of it popped off. I've been smoking a bit, so when I was outside with Amanda smoking, I got ranting about my World Lore tour, so that's why it took so long.
Okay, that's great. Be in the world, you know? Amazing. We love it.
Well, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but this world you're in, I have been running games in this world specifically every time I have ever DM'd. So this world is literally like 7 years of DMing, all compiled into like a world history timeline, because everything I do takes place in a different time period. So I have a lot of lore for this world.
That's amazing.
Because
Yes.
the little one shot we did, that was just a continent like on the southeastern side of the world map, and like thousands of years ago, before the apocalypse hit.
Yep.
So
It
anyhow,
takes place in the same world.
are we ready to play?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll say you all have some time to prep, obviously. Is there anything you would like to bring with you on this journey? Obviously, like, food and supplies is a given. You still have your decanter of endless water, so you're good there. But like, you know, getting hardtack and little like food rations and everything. You have your bigger dinosaur and your wagon still.
Oh yes.
But anything else you all specifically would like to kind of like nab, ask somebody to make for you before your journey? You're not necessarily on any sort of like time crunch.
Might definitely like double the food I think we might need. I've
Okay.
got a thought that I can't cook for us while we're going.
Mm.
So more like shelf stable food than we normally would pack with us on our trip. So how often we lose our fucking wagon.
Dude.
Nope.
Okay.
We do be out here losing our wagons.
Don't have a lot of food on it this time. Let's careful that.
Yeah, anything else, or y'all kind of good?
No, I think I'm ready.
I probably will get some more daggers, or not some more daggers, more bullets for my guns.
Mm-hmm. To kind of cover this, the guns you have right now is your long rifle, which is your Drake rifle. You have a revolver. You have a magic scroll firing revolver. And you have a grappling gun. You got a lot of guns.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, feels good.
I do just picture you like very much like Joel from the Last of Us games, We just have every weapon strapped to your backpack. You just have like weapons on the side of it. You got a pistol on your like hip holster. You have something strapped on the bottom of your bag. Just you are armed head to toe, and I love it.
I do too. Yeah, on the scroll. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So clean. We got treats for JD.
Got some jerky for him. Because JD loves jerky. It is one of his favorite treats.
Yep. So much in the way of jerky to feed us and the dinosaur.
Also, you've even gotten some little saddlebags to go on JD.
Go. Then carry some of his own jerky.
Yeah.
First,
I don't think that we can trust him to do that.
The second
He
you
will
put
just-
jerky in it, he's absolutely turning over and like trying to like shift his little snout into the flap of the bag to try and pull jerky out.
I do want to try and maybe like craft like some kind of airtight like Ziploc but not bag so you can't really like smell it when it's in there. Out of like leaves and whatever. Do I roll a crafting check? Do I take a penalty?
Yes, and yes.
That's what I was about. I think it's yes to
I will
both.
say if you want like an airtight sealed food storage, probably your best bet would be like a mason jar.
Word. I was like thinking something kind of bent out of leaves and kind of either like sewn or like leaves, because some leaves are like water resistant, and you can like do that with leaves if you kind of weave them together.
Alright, roll me a survival check.
Okay. Need to uncover my survival stat. There we go. Oh fuck yeah. 30.
Jesus.
19 on the die plus 11. 30.
With
Hell
some leaves, mud, and bamboo, you ship together a little like airtight, waterproof travel bag for JD's jerky.
And I do say most of the jerky that we have with us is in JD's bags because I have more faith in JD not getting lost than the wagon.
Yeah.
And Benoit is like, if we lose our food, we're gonna die. Like, I absolutely cannot take care of us. So he makes sure that like almost all the jerky we have is kind of on JD, so we at least have that source. Is something else, but and he might also stash the vial of never-ending water on JD as well. Basically, everything that I'm like, we will die if these things get lost, get attached to the dinosaur.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm like, the wagon's good, but keep losing the wagon, and if we do, I can't pick herbs and cook food for us to live. Just be so bad. I don't want that to happen.
That is fair.
You just start cooking food for yourself, and Katrina and I just like steal it. Then you just have to make more food for yourself.
If it's not bites.
Like, this is not food for us, this is food for you.
This is your food. It's your bowl, and we're just sneaking the bites. Dead.
I'll allow you to get some little bites off of Benoit's food from time to time.
Dead. So close my eyes. I can't see what you're doing, and then I'm not giving it to you because I can't see you. I am just.
The second you knowingly close your eyes, it tastes bad.
Oh my god, we're doing that anyway, because I'd be like, oh yay, I'm feeding them. I'd be happy. And then everyone would just get instantaneously sad. God damn.
But I will say, as you all kind of
Stuffed in
get
more jerky as this conversation is happening. You didn't think you could fit any more jerky in there, but you start pulling more jerky out and stuffing it in the dinosaur packs as we're having this conversation.
as you're having that chat, stuffing your jerky bags, loading up your cart, you see, I said his name earlier, I don't know why I've forgotten his name all of a sudden. Reginald. Reggie kind of comes up to you as you're all packing, and it's just like, I swear, I feel like you all just rejoined us again. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but I'm going to miss you all.
Oh,
I just grabbed a little handkerchief.
we will miss you too, buddy. We will be back. This is not the last time you will see us. Life is long if this is proof nothing, no?
Hopefully it will be less than 30 years this time.
Oh, I would hope so.
I'm always terrible at goodbyes, so just get out of here. Go on, get.
Wow, okay.
Walk kind of gives him a slap on the back and then goes.
I love you all.
We love you too, man. I'm gonna go now.
But
We take off on our valiant journey.
you all set off on your quest to cure
Very
your
good
curses.
lighting, and we look super badass walking away from the village.
Oh yeah, all of your duster jackets or cloaks or aprons just majestically billowing in the wind.
It's like, it's like your jacket, your cloak billowing, and then it pans to me like a goofy anime, and it just
A little apron and a giant leafy mustache
Billowing
that's
in
also
the
flopping in the wind. Yeah. As JD's feathers are kind of like just beautifully ruffling in the wind, and Kipo is growing out some like leaves as long hair at this stage in his life now.
love that.
Starting to go for a new look. Like he kind of puts on his little like wide brimmed wooden helmets / hats again with his spear and shield on his back.
Little cutie.
As you all once again set off into the desert. Y'all, you know what time it is. I would love some perception checks, nature checks, survival checks, whatever you want to do as you start your journey.
18 for perception. To see if anything seems out of the ordinary.
I got a 25 to survival to reinforce the wagon as we go. So finding like, you know, it has a couple little spikes like the danger spikes that are on trucks, like sticking out the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Couple little like anti-aggro spikes now with some rocks and sticks, and like kind of just like as we go along, if he sees anything to reinforce the wagon, he starts like adding it. Man is anxious.
Come on. Okay.
Oh, there you are. He was whining.
Mm.
I was like, "What are you doing, you squeaky dog?"
I thought it was my chair squeak.
It might have been. I might have just scared Brutus for no reason. It's a possibility.
Heck yeah. Caspian, are you doing anything?
Yeah, 29 for perception.
Woo.
Just kind of like keeping an eye out. Trying to
Come.
make sure things are going as smoothly as they can.
Heck yeah. As you are all traveling, Benoit kind of walks alongside the cart, like picking up like roots, whatever sort of plants he can to try and reinforce this wagon. Katrine, I imagine you're probably like walking ahead of the group, keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Caspian, you're sitting on the cart with the reins, kind of leading the dino, and JD just like curled up on the bench with his little head on your lap, riding along with you. I can't ever kill JD in combat because I will instantly turn all of you against me for the rest of my life.
He's too cute. You've set the ante too high.
I have. As you all are traveling, train, you notice it first, Caspian, you notice it in a little bit. You see, backing up a little bit of a camp right now, what appears to be a wasteland.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay. I would, I'd probably look back at the group and just be like, someone's up ahead. We should slow down just a wee bit. while I check it out. And then I'd slowly meander my way. No, I'd totally let Caspian go first. I would let Caspian go talk to them, because Caspian's better at that. So I would just look at him and be like,
Fix it, baby.
Got you, babe.
Barbarian rage instantly ensues. Yep.
Just does the little, like, Kappa face of just... You say, gotcha, babe.
the traditional cat.
Sneak up or just walk up?
I'm just gonna walk up
Okay.
very diplomatically.
It's worked out well for you so far, just saying.
Hello, fellow travelers. How goes it on this fine day? Kind of vibe.
Heck yeah, roll me a diplomacy, and I'll tell you what you see as you start to walk up.
Okay, 23. for
Nice.
diplomacy.
23 total?
Yes.
Give me a second. Now get the secrets.
Oh, look at the
Excuse
cute
me.
puppy dog. Tim.
I love.
My name is half the dog, y'all. A dog.
As you begin to walk up, just being like, hello, friend, how are you on this fine day, type of thing. You see only one figure. It appears to be an old woman. Gray hair tied up into a bun. You see very, like, worn and rough leathers, with, like, a vest on her, a torn shirt, missing, her, like, one of her arms from this point down, and it is just kind of like wrapped up in very clean bandages, as you see kind of like the Wastelander mask just sitting on the ground beside her, and a handgun right on the little sort of like rock that she probably was sitting on enjoying her breakfast before she started packing up. As you kind of say that, you see her body shift in like kind of tension and like turns around initially. And as she turns to address you, you hear a very familiar voice. Just, well, hello there. Oh no. Why every time in this godforsaken desert it always has to be y'all?
Is this Bessie from
This is
that?
Artemis.
Oh
This is
my god.
This is
Okay.
the voice of Artemis. Now taking on a third face at this point, as you have seen him as a halfling with boisterous mutton chops. You saw him as a wastelander, kind of like brute ravager, very much mad.
Probably shift from diplomacy to a little bit of intimidation, and I'm like, have you really been a good boy?
Like you say it. Roll me an
Lady?
intimidation.
22 for intimidation.
Nice.
22, as you say that, it's just like, well, I may have stolen some food from a few people. And the gun. And I did also take the water. But other than that, I swear I'm reformed.
How recently was this?
Kind of looks down at all of his traveling gear. About 2 days ago.
You go back the way you came and you return these things to these people? And you get them out of here!
Oh, come on. I don't even know if they're still there or anything. Like, it doesn't make much sense just wandering through the desert looking for people that probably aren't even around. Listen, I was
If you
stopped
left them
before
without
that.
water, they're looking for water. Go find them.
kind of looks over. I mean, I see y'all got a couple dinosaurs caught. It'd be much faster to
Absolutely.
utilize those to get the supplies back to the poor family I stole from.
Your family?
I mean, the singular traveler that I stole from. And he was a bad man. He was a nasty man with an eye patch.
Caspian probably smacks him in the face. Just once, really hard.
I will say you've been succeeding on your diplomacy and intimidation. Just roll me a d4 and add your strength mod to it.
I'm dead. 4 points.
4 points. Just bitch slap him across the face. He falls down to the ground as you see like blood start to kind of like come down from his lip, and he's like, "Now I deserved that. I fully agree with you there. But
Yes.
I mean, listen, I was on the verge of death. There, come on. I mean, you can understand that. It's a survival of the fittest type thing out here. I mean, I've been struck.
You have never been the fittest.
Say that.
Get your shit together.
See him just
Go return the intensity to the
I've never been the fittest.
Now, you're right. I'm a bottom feeder. I'm the lowest form. I'm lower than dirt. You're right. But I
that
mean,
is correct.
can't you cut me some slack, please? Well, I know how to make it up to y'all. I travel with you. I do whatever you need. I tag along, you know, carry your stuff for you. You know, you share your food, and I'll show you how reformed I am. I promise I will be a good boy.
Katrina's just
Absolutely not.
back here watching this conversation happen, not liking what it looks like is transpiring.
Has the knife and is just foaming at the mouth, at the ready. Like, nothing will ruin this trip. I will kill you.
Well, I mean, why not? I was dying here. I was literally gonna die if I did not take this food and water. Like, I will die if you leave me be. Come on. Could have filled us some slack. Well, we're friends. We go back. You remember that time y'all saved me from the Wastelanders, and then you interrogated me? Oh, we were all laughing, having a good time. Come on. Help me fill out.
Oh my god. No. You are going to return this stuff that you stole to this family, this one-eyed man, this bad man, this good man, this whoever the fuck. And you're gonna do the wasteland. I don't care.
All right, I'll take it to the man with the eye patch. Even though he'll probably kill me if I go see him again, condemning an innocent man to death, but I get it. And
You are
your
not
sort of
innocent. You
justice.
are never innocent.
I beg to differ. I'm merely trying to survive in this harsh, cruel world. I'm trying to make my mama proud, and you're here just verbally assaulting me.
Your mother would be proud of you stealing supplies from a family / maybe singular traveler.
Fella with an eye patch. We established this.
And who's to say that fellow with the eye patch doesn't have a family?
Roll me one more intimidation.
plus 11.
30.
30.
30.
Very intimidating.
Damn.
Very, very intimidating.
For all of this, you just see him go, like, consider his options for a second, and then goes, alright, fine, I'll bring it back to this fella. This, I'm sure they ain't moving too fast with the children, the sick one, but I mean, he had a bum leg. He probably ain't moving too fast because of his bum leg. Jesus.
That was the other way.
Hasn't even fully stood up and you just slap him down again. Alright, I'm sorry, you're right, I'm a bad person.
Killing this dude.
See, I'm packing up right now. I came from that direction. I'm gonna head that way. I'm gonna find the person I took these from.
Oh my god.
Yasmin, roll me a
very
perception
good.
check.
$16.
Cool. You definitely can tell that like Artemis is sweating through all of this. Also, once again, just looking weirdly pale and feels rather clammy as you bitch slap him each time.
Feels rather clammy.
Yep. Don't worry, my armrest just flung back again. It's fine. I gotta fix my chair. The armrest didn't. Damn. So, but yeah, Artemis packs up all of his supplies. See, like, kind of puts his little bag on, grabs a little crate, and goes to reach to pick up the handgun. Takes it, kind of looks at you nervously, and puts it in their holster, and it's just like, I'm leaving now. Am I allowed to?
Yes, get out of my sight.
Alright. I don't want to ever see y'all again. Please leave me alone. The Artemis
Stop being a
running off into the desert.
No.
my god.
Most crisis averted there. Good job, Caspian. Diplomatic as always. Like, Benoit's still back at the cart, so he didn't have enough mistakes. He's like, back there, like, check the cart. Very nervous.
Yeah.
You all see Artemis scamper on into the desert. Carry about your way.
Hell yes.
Yep.
God, he's so annoying.
You couldn't say that again. He is like a bad piece of fungus. He simply will not go away.
Seriously.
In my mind, it was what if he was the cabbage merchant from Avatar: The Last Airbender, but there's no lovable qualities in him at all.
I love that. That's crazy. But he's just a
Worst.
man. Upward.
Mm-hmm. You know what to do. Keep traveling along. Roll me some dice checks.
Is the cart covered?
I'll say you could have gotten it covered.
Or
It wasn't before, but you were in a village, you had time to prep, you could have made it a covered wagon.
cool. So this covered wagon. If it's like a tradition covered wagon, I'm going to weave some roots and stuff so that like the cover stays on better, it's a little thicker and more durable.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just a covered wagon, like a wagon with a cover tied over the top of it, then I will make a net to go over the top of that.
Pioneer covered wagon.
Fully covered
Type
wagon.
of vibes.
Crafting? Survival? Probably survival, because I'm picking up a bunch of stuff. I'm picking up stuff to do it as we go along.
Take your pick. Whatever you feel.
You're freaking me out, man. What the fuck are you looking
A
at?
little bit. Well, this wagon's gonna be fucking buff. because I got a 29.
I don't know if anyone still has the stats for the wagon. I might be the only one with it.
I think so.
But with all of these reinforcements, I will say your wagon's AC goes up by 1,
Yay!
and its hit points go up by 10.
Yay!
As you
baby.
reinforce your wagon.
Nothing's taking down this bad boy. The hip.
I do love Benoit's little
Bad boy.
Cool. Any other checks y'all want to be rolling?
I rolled a 19 for perception to be scouting ahead.
I rolled 21 for nature. Just like taking our art on like the best terrain and trying to like just like be aware of our landscape, what's going on, where we're going, how we're
Heck
headed
yeah.
there.
You are kind of navigating the land, keeping an eye on the weather, making sure that if like a sandstorm is coming in, you're prepped way ahead of time. You do see off in the distance, it looks like one might be a ruin, but it's off a ways. Otherwise, you're keeping to the trail here. You know that you're eventually going to make your way to Cassie the Bridge, where you'll have to cross the trench. As you're keeping your eyes locked on that Katrine, you notice a bit off the beaten path from where you are at. You see a wagon that has a few figures around it, and it seems like a missing wheel.
Without communicating to the group, because I'm just a super cranky pants, I'm just gonna run over there to see if we can assist. Actually, yeah, I have crafting.
Runs after you, knife in tow.
You go running down. You see a family of dwarves around a cart that looks rather empty and now has a busted wheel, as they're like just kind of sitting there, look distraught. Kind of turn and like kind of prep. You see 2 kids being lifted into the cart and hiding, as you see both of the larger figures draw a spear and a short sword as you come up to them.
So you're the first one. I'm chasing after you.
Yeah.
Both of them just these kind of scraggy beards. One of them on the left a little bit more of like a slender shape to them, and then the one on the right is a little bit taller, a little bit broader shoulder, and then just like, now you stay back, y'all. We don't want any trouble. We're just passing by.
I feel like the yawn is canon. She just yawns at them while they're threatening her.
Katrine
The
would,
yawn is canon.
right? Katrine would just be like, I mean you no harm, and then would look back at Benoit and be like, go back to the fucking cart, Benoit. I don't fucking need your help. And then would look back at them and be like, you look to be a little stranded here, my guy. Would you like me to craft a nice new wheel for you so you can go about your way?
Roll me a diplomacy.
Benoit will still be there, but no longer actively armed.
10.
10?
10. I don't have diplomacy.
Amazing. As you say that, you see them look at each other. The kind of more slender one with the short sword is just like, now last one that said that to us took our food supplies and damaged our wheel. So forgive us if we're a little hesitant to trust anyone out in this wasteland.
I have a feeling that we
Benoit!
Independently responsible for your problems.
Go!
I do have a
Get out of here, Benoit!
Yeah, I have a theory I want to test out. Katrine, if you don't mind helping me, you all seem hungry. Hungry enough that, maybe you will not mind if your food does not taste, French 5-star quality. Yeah?
You see two little faces pop up from behind like the cart wall, and you hear, "They have food?"
I can definitely make some. Katrine, do you think that if I instruct you on how to make something, that you could be my hands? I'm thinking if I do not make it, maybe the C word, looks over them, looks away, will not be involved.
See one of the kids. Daddy, are they tired? What's the C word? What's the C word, Daddy?
What's the C word, Daddy?
Katrine's still very cranky and looking at Benoit like, I literally told you to go back to the cart.
Okay, you won't help me, go ask Caspian.
And then she would look back at them and then look back at Benoit. Benoit, what is your crafting? Are you trained?
I'm pretty good in it, yeah. I'm trained in it.
What is your
But if
number?
you want to, like, craft the wheel while I make food with Caspian, that could be a thing.
Well, that I was gonna say, like, if your crafting skill is higher than mine and, like, Katrine knows that you're better at crafting, then she would be like, I guess we could make a deal. I'll cook the food if you fix the wheel.
See? There's the amiable kitty cats that I know.
Hell yeah. Benoit, roll me. Do you have a craft that isn't a cook?
Yeah. I have just like a general crafting stat.
Woo. Roll me a craft check. Katrine, roll me a cook check, which I will say just roll your d20 and add your wisdom or dexterity bonus to this.
Can I assist with the roll since I'm right next to...
You're going to be doing a follow the leader, which will be instructing. So, I will say for this, roll me a quick check, -1.
Okay. Okay, I got a 25.
Katrine, roll d20 plus your dex or wisdom, and then add a +2 on top of that.
16.
And also got a 25.
25 for crafting?
Yeah, heck yeah.
16.
16? Hell yeah. As you two start to kind of work together, Benoit giving you like play-by-play instructions of what meal to cook. It's a simple one. It's nothing too crazy. Benoit, you've been working on your wagon for a hot minute now. You're feeling pretty confident. You actually do a really good job patching up this wheel. It feels honestly a bit sturdier than the rest of the wheels on this wagon. You get the wood and like carve some planks out of what spare materials you have and get them bent and molded back in with the wheel itself to kind of patch up the missing chunk. You make some spokes that you can kind of put in to help get that sort of like tension back in it. Katrine, it is a lot. Benoit overcomplicates the recipe every single chance he gets.
A teacher, because yeah, he just makes it way too complicated. But
and there's at least at one point where he goes, "No, you're doing it wrong," and tries to step in.
but then just freezes. Yeah.
And you know, it's okay. What does Katrine cook?
I would say like a vegetable and herb soup with some jerky in it, as like the reconstituted beef almost. And like the herbs and stuff from just like kind of stuff nearby in our own stash. And just kind of a little like probably some of them would be out of like Caspian's bouquet. So I probably would have brought like a ton of herbs, but I would have brought that. You know, because like it was Rose Body's home. So like some of them out of there, some of them out of like anything around. make almost just like a vegetable beef soup.
Nice hearty stew.
Yes.
I love that. And it is hearty. You see them absolutely just like start gobbling it down. The kids especially slow down about halfway through the bowl as you see the two parents get almost all the way through, but even them, they seemed pretty stuffed. As the larger one is just like, well, I'll say, your folks are definitely some lifesavers here. My name's,
almost bursts into tears and looks like he's about to cry. And he's like, no, do not mind me. I just have some dust in my eye. Continue.
one of the best meals we've had in a while. Woo! Goes up to you, Katrine. Thank you. Name's Sammy.
Katrine, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is, well, this is my family. That's, points to the more slender dwarf. That's Louie over there. And these are two. This is our little moon and our little sun over here. This is, one of their names. Let me pull up the list here. This is Francis. This is Georgie. I really came in our time of need here, and I appreciate y'all. Ran into a most despicable woman earlier. She ended up stealing most of our supplies, took most of our water. Really thought we were gonna be foods for the buzzards here in a second.
Benoit stops crying and goes, I am so sorry. Do not ask why.
Yeah, Katrine just crosses her arms, shakes her head in disgust of like, oh my god, I can't believe that this fuck
The Artemis robbed this poor
Ah.
little family.
it definitely was not a singular man with a fucking eye patch and a broken ass leg. Like, no, motherfucker, little lying ass bitch.
Do you see that? You see them kind of cock their heads at you, just in like, it wasn't a man with an eye patch and a bum leg.
Katrine
No,
would
strange folks.
Katrine would look at them after everything and would just like give him a massive pat on the back, like the strongest one that kind of like jerks him to the side and be like, all right, gone about your way. And then look over at Benoit and be like, with the angriest look, and pick him up and walk back to the cart.
I would say Benoit would try to put all the stew in, and have Caspian put the stew in the mason jar so that they could take some stew to go whenever's not eaten.
Yeah.
It might be just like handing off the last mason jar or something as I
Being
get picked
carried
up.
away, just
I hope this
I'd
didn't
like
happen
that.
someday.
I would have asked JD to go, like, find Artemis. Either, like, bring him to these people or gather the things and bring just the supplies back.
now.
Because he
No,
went in the opposite direction.
He went in the opposite direction, and it's been a few hours of traveling at this point.
Oof.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Probably long gone, but at least they have stew in a mason jar. Fixed wagon.
Yep.
Bastard.
Look how much you all hate him.
Like you, bitch.
Yeah, so we get back to the cart and Katrine's just like, let's get a move on.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And you just hear from the cart, thanks for the stew, in a little kid's voice yelling out.
Katrine rolls her eyes like, whatever.
Fucking idiot kid.
Stupid ass kids. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Happy.
Katrine strikes me as a person that's just like, man, babies suck at everything. They can't do shit. They're so dumb.
Probably. Excuse me. Probably.
But you all continue on. And we've done a lot of desert travel, like day by day type of stuff. We're not gonna worry about it. Travel for a few more days. You have your little nights camping out. Benoit is starting to kind of teach both of you and Kipo some basic cooking techniques. So you guys are having a little bit of nicer meals as time goes on. I just inhaled part of a popcorn kernel. To where eventually you all arrive at Cassie the Bridge. The mechanical bridge that you built at this point a few months ago, where unfortunately you had the loss of the life of Cassie the Bitch traversing across it, therefore its namesake of Cassie the Bridge. Travel across that. It's still holding up pretty well. It's still fairly sturdy. You do see that it has gotten rather dusty, but otherwise it's holding strong. You hear kind of all the skittering and movement of the critters and beasts deep within the trench that just has like an ever-present kind of like smog running throughout it. You wander by though, looking down, continue on your journey. After about sorry, kind of in there. About a week and a half of travel. We'll eventually see it once again off in the distance. The sweet city of Serenity. You see the massive walls towering over this city, the large gates and guard towers, the true last bastion of society in this world. Everybody roll me a perception check, if you will.
Ooh, this dice is loving it. I will say that. It knows it's Thursday. 28 for perception.
28 for perception.
Nice. We can see everything.
Train.
15.
Okay, we got you.
Train, you're wandering ahead, you're focused on the traveling task at hand. Caspian, as you are riding on the cart, Benoit traveling next to you, both of you notice a couple of things here. You see this massive city off in the distance. You are all coming out from this direction here. Does everyone see that little ping?
Yeah.
You are coming down, you see the large gates looming over the desert. You notice off at about this region in the city, you see multiple plumes of smoke rising up from it.
What color is the smoke?
Black.
Like oily black?
Yeah.
Exactly. Ugh. Kind of starts picking up the pace a little bit.
You see it all, like, several plumes kind of trailing up, and they seem to stop kind of close to the corner of, like, the central tower.
Let me getting a hustle on. That probably does not bode well.
Okay, as you all... Let me change up the music a little bit here. I'm just trying to remember what half of these sound like. I think this will...
Hell yeah, brother.
As you all pick up the pace, continue your way to the city, you eventually make it to these large gates. As you still see figures up in the towers, rifles in hand, kind of on guard, and you just hear, "Now y'all are getting close enough."
It's us. It's us.
Well, who the hell is us?
Is anyone in our group? Kipo has his badge. Kipo, flash your badge. The French ain't happening, y'all. Sorry.
So Angel pulls out their peacekeeper badge and starts trying to wave it in the air and like, well, it looks like you got something shiny in your hand. It's a little hard to see. Who are y'all?
That's Kipo. He's a peacekeeper. It's Red and Katrine, or not Red.
What is
Cassie and
the lady
Katrine.
in charge names again?
The angel and the demon.
Yeah.
You have the sisters, who are the
sisters.
Emma and Bernadette.
Emma and Bernadette? Sort of that?
I think it's Emma and Brandine.
Brandine. Okay. Just
Brandine.
as Emma and Brandine. They will know who we are.
Yep.
I see all of this is just overlapping yelling a little bit. Like, you're yelling your thing, I'm yelling my thing. Everyone's just yelling.
You see the figure kind of like leaning over, just, wait, what'd y'all say your name was again?
Benoit stops and just looks back at Caspian wide-eyed while still going.
I say very annoyingly but very clearly, Katrine, Benoit, Caspian, Kipo.
Oh, well, well, if I ain't a monkey's uncle, it's me, Jebediah. Hi, folks. It's been a while. I thought y'all were dead.
What?
Of course, it's Jebediah.
Well, we're still alive, Jebediah.
Y'all gotta be careful. This is the second time I've almost blown your heads out.
Seems you have gotten a promotion from the middle of nowhere.
Oh, well, it's just... Well, let me come down there. Hold on a second. After about 8 minutes, the gate finally opens, and you see Jebediah come running out, just... Where? Takes a second, kind of leaning onto his knees there. Well, shoot, no, this is just a part of my routine here. It's the time of the year I'm watching the gate. See, I got my little cycle here. Every third of the year, I go on my little expeditions out in the desert. Then I go watch the outpost. And then the last third, I come and watch the wall.
Oh, I see. Very organized, Mr. Jebediah.
Now, well, the sisters, they, takes his hat off at the mention of them. They were on a tight ship, I'll tell you what. Well, hell, I thought y'all were dead for sure. Wait, what are y'all doing back here?
We're on a
Well,
mission.
me too think that we were dead.
Yeah, most folks don't tend to survive going that deep into the wasteland.
I'll be happy to tell you all about it over maybe some refreshments. We've been traveling for several days.
Well, it's a little scarce out in this city right now when it comes to imbibements here. We're in a little bit of a situation, as you might say.
Does it have to do with the
Yeah, we got about a third of the city quarantined right now.
over what?
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a, how you say it, epidemic. I think that's how Cassidy's been saying it this whole time.
Epidemic of what?
Well, zombieism.
Zombieism?
Lord.
It's listen, I a little while after y'all left, one of somebody, I don't really know the details. I was out while you were here. I got back and the city was partially closed down, and there's been zombies running around causing a muck. So you want to get information, you might be better talking to Cassidy at this point. He's the one who's kind of been in the thick of it.
Is there a way to get there safely?
Oh, well, sure. Most of the city's still intact. We got a chunk of it closed down right now. I mean, you can all come on in. Yeah. Listen, we all know you. You paid your dues. Sisters love you. I love y'all. I mean, hell, like, y'all family at this point. I mean, you're at least those cousins removed in my mind. Bare minimum.
Thank you, I think.
Well, come on in. We'll catch you up to speed here real quick. You get brought. What? I can't hear.
Caspian, for like a moment, feels excited to see his old friend Cassidy.
Hell yeah.
And his
as
relative.
you enter into the city, the sort of bleak but lively city that was Serenity, where there is a mix of energy and hustle and bustle, but also a little bit of hopelessness throughout it, seems a lot duller these days. People look skinny. Houses seem to be a little overcrowded. The spaces here seem fairly packed. In the initial entryway, as you see a lot more armed peacekeepers wandering around, as you do just hear like gunshots popping off in the distance periodically. Kind of traveling through, you notice a few familiar faces kind of see you and look a little curiously over at you. As Jebediah is leading, he's like, I'll tell you, it's been hell lately. We've been having all sorts of issues. Sisters, well, we haven't seen them in a couple of weeks. They're holding up in their tower. Bruce has been wandering up in there too. So it's been a little bit of listless here lately, but well, as you can see, we're making do. We're staying sturdy here, you know. You eventually make it to a point in the city where you just see haphazardly ramshackled walls that are piled up of like paneling, furniture, whatever can be put together, blocking up these streets. Any alleyways that hit a certain point, you see off in the distance from them plumes of smoke, and like a little sort of encampment set up with different peacekeepers coming and going. And off at a little table talking to a few people, you see... Am I looking? Where's my... Here we go. You see... the man himself, sipping a glass of whiskey, gun at his side. You see Cassidy, the gun-slinging lizard man, blue scales glistening. You see he definitely looks tired, he looks dirty, and you do see a shiny peacekeeper badge pinned on his lapels.
We love.
Cassidy, you a cop now.
What is that for sore as you are?
Looks up. Well, you son of a bitch. Kind of comes up and just full does like the arm grip predator handshake with you, Cassidy. It's just like, well, hell, I didn't know if I was going to see y'all again. How you folks doing?
We're doing all right. Seems you all could be doing better.
Well, it's a bit of an understatement, I would say, but yeah, it's things have been better before but we'll make it do.
How does this zombie apocalypse come to be?
Well, apparently when you know, we had that little scuffle with the father and the cult and everything.
Yes,
I guess one of his little zomboids ended up fighting one of the peacekeepers. Nobody really knew it, and he went back home to his family.
God, no.
About a week later, he turned and ended up getting his whole family. That started off kind of on the southern west end of the city, and that they went out. Well, it escalated from there. By the time I got back, a solid chunk of the city was still blocked off, and well, they needed everyone they could get to help out.
My God. I never thought that this would be the outcome. Everything I thought that we were safe. Or they were safe.
I could have sworn we took care of all of them, but I guess we missed some. And I do want you all to know, a zombie did actually bite an NPC peacekeeper during the fight in the tavern, and he failed his save.
Nice.
Months ago when we were doing that did actually happen.
Jesus.
Wow.
Damn,
I was
girl.
rolling that all in the background when that fight was going off.
Damn, girl.
That's terrifying, bro. Zombie cop?
Yeah, it ain't been pleasant, I'll tell you what, but, you know, we're taking it day by day, pushing them back when we can. Got people running search and rescues right now, finding anyone that hasn't been found by any of them zomboids, and we're trying to get them out, so. It's, see him kind of like take off his hat, and you can just see like a worn and less shiny part on his forehead as he kind of like rubs directly on there. It's been a hell of a few months here.
And these sisters are. They're locked in the tower.
Well, yeah, they pulled themselves up there a while back. Nobody's seen them since. I just know what they're doing.
I don't like the sound of that. Last time we had someone like that not knowing what. Nobody knew what they were doing. It did not end well.
Listen, if you're keeping your doings from people, it's never kosher in my mind.
Because there are many mysteries to unravel.
Yeah, well, been a hell of a time. Well, what are y'all doing out here again? I thought you found your peoples and everything. I figured you'd be settling down in that lush paradise.
It's been quite a tale. Suppose we can tell you the Reader's Digest version anyway. Maybe we could help each other.
Well, yeah, it's something I've been kind of storing for in case of emergencies. And pulls out a little bottle of whiskey. He's like, let's have a little chat. Come on, I got a little book back here.
Excellent.
Kind of sit, y'all catch each other up on tales, events of everything and whatnot.
Yeah. That has gone on. Because I'm like, well, maybe he has some good ideas about where to go for the fangs. Since we're near to the coast now.
Oh, sorry, I needed some water. You kind of finish regale him of the tale. You see him just kind of like slowly shifting his little glass of whiskey on the table. He's like, well, hell, that's quite a little journey y'all got yourselves. Man, I'm not quite sure about fangs coming up out of the ocean, but I do know that out further west, close to the shore, there is a village of outlanders that resides there. We tend to keep clear of them as account of them being outlanders, but that might not be a bad place to check.
Then I suppose after this business with the zombies is at least maybe at a better point, that's where we'll head next. I don't think any of our curses means that we cannot help you.
Yeah, well, that's awful kind of you. You got no obligation to stick around and help us, but
I don't know, I suppose we can at least think on it. It has been rather hard, but we'll sleep on it.
absolutely, you will always have a space to sleep. Folks, go, you know, while you're here, wouldn't hurt to go say hello to, Baron. He's still around and kicking.
That is where we will head. I'm glad that his weapon did not fall into the zombie hands.
Yeah, his little saloon is, out of commission for now, but he has been helping providing, clean water and food for people.
That is the Baron I know.
But yeah, you're more than welcome to stay here as long as so. Well, we're making do with what we can. You know us. Take a lot more than this to take out this city.
Leave it indeed. You all are stalwarts, if nothing else.
Resilient motherfuckers you are.
Yeah, so I will say you guys have a little bit of downtime here, and I do want to kind of pick your brains here. What is the group thinking? You can kind of like wander around the area. Do you wish to stay in this city and kind of work on resolving this? Or do you wish to kind of continue on your journey here?
So I'm kind of torn, because I feel like it's been a while like he'd want to, but also is that serotonin burst doing selfish actions? So I think if someone else were to be like, we're going to leave, he would want to do that, but he would feel like he's wrong to want to do that, if that makes sense.
I mean, the city, you know, is done a lot for us, so I feel like it would be cool to stay and help them with their zombie issue. We all have some pent up aggression, so you know we can take that out on some zombies,
Yeah.
which is a healthy coping mechanism.
Dead.
Those are my thoughts.
Katrine? It is not.
Let's murder some zombies.
Fuck yes. Zombie murder, I suppose it is then. Knocks back and handle a little bit of whiskey to get rid of the nagging voice that's just being like, leave. Fuck them.
It's okay. You can go. Focus on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you're struggling just as much as they are. Kill some zombies! Woo! Hell yeah. Well, I'll say you all kind of spend the day here just like, you know, settling in, finding a little space to sleep, for the time being. Is there anyone else you'd like to go and like see if they're still around, check on while you're here, or think you'll just I will say as you kind of make that decision, Cassidy, it's like, well, come back to me tomorrow. I'll get a little bit of a game plan for y'all to maybe go and help out a bit if you.
Thank you, Cassidy. You're always effort.
Well, thank y'all. I mean, truly, we can use every little bit of help, and I know you don't necessarily have any true obligation to help us, so thank you.
Absolutely. Killing a little zombies, that also does not hurt. But, the old goblin lady, she was still alive when they left, right? The hotel?
So her name was Harper.
Yes.
Harper Smith.
She's still alive, right? Or was
She was when you left, and
So that's
to
probably, like,
refresh everyone's
yeah.
memory.
the NPC I would go and check on.
This is what Harper looked like.
Yeah.
And she was
Um,
still free.
Yeah. You start going and asking around. Roll me a perception check to see if you can find her.
I got a 19.
19? Come on. Start looking around, asking some people. Get a mixed bag. Some people say she's still around. Other people are like, no, I think she got, you know. Sir, kind of looking around and asking for her.
Damn. A bummer. Now I'm feeling even less enthused to be here, but it's okay. I'm still sticking with it.
Anyone else?
Do we go to her inn?
Yeah, you can go out to her inn.
See what's going on in the inn.
As you make your way out, it seems to be in the safe zone of the city. you wander? It is just at the edge, actually, for a little space, because I forget that where everyone because I have all of their images placed on the map, and that is where their spaces reside. So, do you wanna click off of that image, Molly? Harper's Inn is right. Oh wait, hold on, I'm not on the right layer. Give me a second. Is right there. Okay. So literally right at the edge, you go over and you see just like 2 blocks away a big barricade built up on the streets. As you go in, you see it is set up as a little like base camp. That's sort of for peacekeepers as well. As you see them kind of moving in and out and everything, as a few of them start to be like, hey, you know, this is not a place for civilians. Kipo kind of flashes his little peacekeeper badge. And I'm just like, right, whatever. And start asking around. As you're kind of poking about, you do see popping out from the kitchen Harper in an apron with some like bowls of like porridge kind of coming out and just being like, well, here you go, fellas, come on, make sure you get a good meal to eat. You know, you can't go protecting the city on an empty stomach. Come on, everybody eat up. Just going around serving people some food. Kind of turns and looks over at you and it's just like,
Papa!
well, hello, darlings. Well, it's so nice to see y'all again. Do y'all need some dinner? Come on, sit down. It's a little busier than normal, but I don't mind it. You know, come on, sit down.
If we would not be imposing.
You, my dear, never. I mean, y'all saved my life. How could you ever be imposing coming into my home? Come on, let old Harper feed y'all. It ain't much, but it's something. A real stick to your bones type of meal.
Whenever she gives me my bowl, I will put a little bit of herbs things in just mine.
Nice. Yeah, zhuzh it up a little bit.
Yep.
Kind of y'all sit down and have a little meal with her, and she's like, well, did y'all get your sort of personal business figured out? I know you wandered off into the desert to kind of sort out some things. Did that go well?
You did. Imparts Cliff Note version of story.
I think y'all could definitely use a night's rest then. Now, I don't got any sort of beds available, but I can certainly set up some cots in the back for y'all if you need.
Much obliged. I think it would be nice. Especially even after all this traveling to be in their real bed.
Oh, I bet. I'll tell you, it's good to see a few friendly faces. We don't get enough of good news these days, so it's always nice to see some folks. Well, y'all sticking around long, or
Yes, I think we will help the peacekeepers with this present zombie problem.
Well, ain't we just lucky to have y'all there? Oh, before I forget, your friend, that Blue was her name, the nice little lady, speaks a little funny.
Yes.
Well, before she ended up wandering into that danger zone, she wanted to impart me with a little gift for y'all. If you ever happen to come by to just make sure to get it to y'all. She hands you just something kind of like wrapped up. Molly, don't have to worry about this now, but I would love for you to think of like a little kind of keepsake or token you would love for Blue to impart into the party. But if you want it to be one of your items or something new and unique, leave that to you. And you don't have to dress it now, or if you wanna, you're more than welcome to. I know I'm throwing you on the spot here.
Yeah, I probably can't think of anything right off the top of my head right now.
Okay. Gives you this thing wrapped up in this cloth.
What's a potency rune?
It adds a +1 bonus to an item or a weapon.
Well, that's something Blue could have left behind.
Nice, yeah. Just little magical rune on a plate wrapped up in some cloth for the time being. If any of you wish, you could have a crafter implement that onto armor or a weapon.
Caspian does have all the weapons.
That's true, and it will turn it into a magical +1 weapon, so.
Yeah. So you want one of your guns to be a magical +1 gun?
Yeah, I could probably make like the scroll one like be a plus.
You'll need someone to do that for you, but you do have that.
Okay.
She did always just ask about y'all if you're ever coming back to the city or not, so.
Hopefully we'll run into her at some point. I assume she is well, at least as far as you know.
Last I saw her, she was doing fine. She wandered off over into the danger zone to go on a bit of a search and rescue. That was a little while ago, but people keep coming back over, talking about a lady with blue hair who happened to save them, so.
Go like it.
Y'all take it easy for the night. You get some rest. I'll make sure you have a nice breakfast before you happen to go on over tomorrow.
Thank you, Harper. You always take such good care of me.
It's the least. As she kind of goes off, helping out, serving a few more of the other people, y'all have kind of the evening to yourselves. I'll say it's been most of the day, sun's setting at this point. Kind of still see the plumes of smoke rising over that barricaded wall. Can definitely just smell a metallic smell in the air. It is the mix of that irony blood smell and burnt gunpowder, that sulfury burnt gunpowder smell that just kind of emanates throughout the city streets. The streets become kind of shadowy, but a golden glow still hits all of the rooftops. You'll have some time to rest and prep for the morrow. I think we're gonna call it a little early. This is probably where we'll end it before y'all kind of go off into the quarantine zone.
Hell yeah.
Meet with Cassidy, fight some zombies, take care of some stuff. That will be 3 weeks from now. Whereas next week, we will be busy celebrating this one's birthday. And then 2 weeks from now, we're going to do a little one-shots.
This is a great place to start it. So,
Yeah, I'm ready to murder some zombies.
murder some zombies. Yes.
Yeah, brother.
Excuse me.
But yeah, that's all for tonight, everybody. Because I think everyone's feeling a little sleepy today.
Meh. Well,
But yeah, thanks for playing. It was really fun.
yeah.
I had a lot of fun. I'm excited to be back with all these characters. I was like, today's gonna be an RP day, but it was a fun one.
Jump back in, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt good.
Well, fuck with it.
Heck yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in this evening. Super appreciate you. Like MJ said, we will not be playing next week. The week after that will be a one-shot, and the week after that we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming. So stick around.
Saying bye to the chat.
Bye,
Goodbye,
Brutus. Yeah, tune in 2 weeks from now, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, per usual, right here. And we'll see you then. Good night.
Same bad place.
Yeah.
Bye.